Hello, so in this video I'm going to be presenting my experience studying abroad in California. I will be sharing a few tips on how I try to integrate in the best way possible in the student environment there. And then I'm also share a few of my experiences with the academic side of my semester abroad. So in terms of the academics, I really enjoyed all my classes. One of my favourite classes was with Professor Sylvia Flatt. She was so inspiring, she had so much knowledge, and she really was able to engage us in the class. She really shifted my perspective of that and just made me realise that in reality there's nothing too scary about participating. It's actually really valuable. And then in one of my other classes, for social psychology, we had to conduct a field study, and it was just really cool to be able to put into practice the theory. And I think all in all, my academic experience at Berkeley, really the passion that the professors have and the students there, it really sparked my own passion for academics. I learned to love learning and to love reading, to love research. And so now, for instance, during my masters, I participate in all my classes and I enjoy going to office hours with my professors to talk to them, which is something I would never have done, I think, if it weren't for my experience at Berkeley. So I'm extremely grateful for all of that. Something else I really enjoyed was occasionally just hopping on a bus to San Francisco. I really enjoyed just going into the city and sort of getting a different perspective on the country. And I would just walk around and observe the nature, the city, the buildings, the interactions that were going on. Take a step back and take it all in, basically. Two of my favourite experiences are the trips that I did over Thanksgiving. For the first weekend, I went to Lake Tahoe, which was beautiful. We were just surrounded by mountains and nature, and we lived in a little cabin, which was really cute. I really got to know my friends that I had made there better and forged deeper connections with them. And then secondly, I went down the west coast. We drove along down by like Carmel and Big Sur, and it was just beautiful. And once again, the people I went on a trip with, we were all friends and everything, but it's just when you're going on a trip with people and you live with them, you actually get to know them on a deeper level, which is beautiful. We went on the beach, we ate really good food, and we just had a great time. Integrate in the student environment there, I decided to participate in a few societies. Volunteered for Habitat for Humanity. Weekly we would just either bake for the homeless, or we would help out at festivals, or we would volunteer at football games and serve food. However, I didn't really create that bond that I was expecting to with the people in the society. Like, we were all really friendly and I got along with everyone, but I guess I went in with an expectation that wasn't met. But then I gained valuable skills and knowledge and experience that I wasn't expecting. So all in all, it was a great experience. I think societies are a great way to integrate and try and make some friends and meet people. And secondly, I also volunteered at the Berkeley student grocery store, which I really loved. The people I worked with were also really great. I would often just pop in like after class just to say hi and see how their day was going. The community there was also just wonderful. I got to know some of our regular customers, which was quite cool. So yeah, during my time there, I chose to live at iHouse, as you can see. which was one of the best decisions that I made, I feel like. I really loved it there. The community was so welcoming and kind, and the diversity of cultures that I learnt about through meeting people there is just incredible. One thing I really liked about iHouse is how they put on different events. One of these was Sunday suppers, where they served really nice food and you'd get all dressed up in like fancy dresses. Every time there would be a show that was put on by the students who were living there, so it could be a dance, it could be music, and we would just enjoy that, which was really, really nice. And then also every Wednesday at 9 p.m. there was coffee hour. You could go down into the lounge and a group of students from one specific country would have prepared coffee and then also some snacks. We could just experience their culture and learn about their traditions, and it was really nice to sort of meet different people there, especially in the beginning when you're like trying to get to know people. This was a great opportunity for that, and it was really nice to just in the middle of the week have a little catch up with your friends and enjoy some lovely food that I had never tasted before. All in all, I really look back at my experience at the Berkeley with such joy and happiness, and although life obviously doesn't stop on a year abroad and you're not going to be happy and smiling and laughing 24/7, I learned so much, grew so much as a person, and really understood what I value, what I think is important in life. Through experiencing and interacting with so many cultures, my comfort level literally expanded to levels I couldn't even fathom was possible. You're put into a situation where you most likely know nobody, and you're in a country that you have never been to before maybe, and I was really apprehensive as to how I would integrate into the student environment there and how life would be, how I would do academically, but my experience really exceeded my expectations, and it truly was a really unique experience. I loved my life there. So that was that for my experience. I really hoped you enjoyed this video and that it gave you something and it helped you in some way or another.